personal injury lawsuits. He'd built an empire on attorney referrals, connecting the injured and wronged to the people who could squeeze the balls of every insurance company, doctor, and business owner across the land. He once told Fina, with relish, that one of his television ads ran somewhere in the United States every 13 seconds. In the ads, he stared straight at the camera and proclaimed, "I'm Carl Ludlow, and I can make it better." Funny. That hadn't been Fina's experience growing up. After a couple of minutes, her father put down the phone, and she plopped down in a leather chair in the sitting area of his office. "Where are your manners, Fina?" "I don't know. Ask my parents." Carl was dressed as if he had had a non-traditional award show on the docket. The Grammys, maybe? He was wearing a beautifully cut silk suit in dark blue, which he'd paired with a slightly lighter blue shirt. His tie was a tonal match with his shirt, and bejeweled cufflinks winked from his neatly pressed cuffs. His outfit was just this side of flashy, but stylish at the same time. Carl was handsome, in an alpha male kind of way. Strong features, slicked back dark gray hair, an even tan. You could tell from his broad shoulders and thick chest that he didn't slack off at the gym. "You called, Father?" "Melanie is MIA. "Where's Rand?" Rand, Melanie's husband, was Fina's brother and a partner in the firm, along with their two other brothers, Scotty and Matthew. "He's coming. Did you finish the Williams investigation?" Carl asked. "Almost. I'll have the info to you by the end of the day." A decade earlier, Fina had been slated to join the family business as an attorney, but flunking out of law school derailed that plan, for which she was eternally grateful. Carl punished her with a to-do list of menial tasks at the firm, but his strategy backfired when she got nosy and discovered that the most interesting work at Ludlow & Associates was being done by the lead investigator, Frank Gillis. Fina learned the trade from Frank and had taken over his role when he left the firm. Private investigation was an ideal fit for her. She could keep her own hours, roam the streets, and carry a gun. Rand walked into the room, a phone glued to his ear. He was about 5'11", trim, with thick, wavy hair. He looked like a younger, slimmer version of Carl. He had full lips, a family trait, but rarely used them to smile. Okay, I'll let you know." He tossed the phone onto the coffee table and lowered himself onto the couch. "Patty hasn't heard from her," he said, referring to their brother Scotty's wife. "Any ideas?" He asked Fina. "Does she have a regular Thursday appointment?" Rand shrugged. Fina waited and glanced between her father and brother. "Look, Rand, I know your marriage has been dicey for a while," Carl snorted. "But she's still your wife." For Rand and Melanie, marital drama was like oxygen, and they had flirted with divorce on more than one occasion. "Remind me why I'm still married to this woman?" "Beats the hell out of me," Carl grumbled. "You can file for divorce the moment she shows up," Fina says. "That should comfort you." Rand glared at her. "In the meantime, I need more info." Carl leaned back in his chair and motioned for Rand to speak. "Melanie didn't sleep at home last night, and she isn't answering her phone." "When did you last see her?" Fina asked. She reached into her bag and pulled out a notebook and pen. "Yesterday afternoon." Fina made a beckoning motion with her hand. "We had a meeting at Gramson," Rand said. Gramson was the pricey private school that their daughter, Fina's 15-year-old niece, attended. "I assume the meeting was about Haley," Fina made a note. "Is she in trouble?" "She's fine," Rand replied. Then Melanie was going to have dinner with Risa. Risa Paquette was Melanie's best friend and had a long history with the Ludlows. She'd grown up a couple doors down from the family and had attended school with Rand. Risa and Rand had lost some of their fondness for each other as they matured. But by that time, Risa and Melanie were as thick as thieves. Risa's connection to the family was solidified through their tight friendship, and Fina was used to seeing the Paquette family at most Ludlow celebrations and gatherings. "Wait, back up. Why were you at the school if everything is fine with Haley?" Carl drummed his fingers on his desk. He was barely able to conceal his frustration when it came to Haley. The only kid in a family that would have benefited from more, Haley had been spoiled.